Margot,
Hey, Sean.
it is just wow. How long has it been since we've seen each other?
I would say it's got to be over 10 years.
Um,
Maybe.
it's
Yeah.
maybe like 15. Oh my God.
Maybe. Well, it could
Let's
be.
not go there. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
How are you doing these days, and what are you up to? Are you still running that engineering firm?
Well, no, I got out of the engineering business and did that about 6, 7 years ago. Um, Went through a divorce, went through a separation of business, and then restarted my own business. And I moved back to the Osage Reservation. And while I was still running my own consulting business, I decided to throw my hat in the ring for an elected official. So I'm on the Osage Minerals Council for my tribe. And so yeah, so it keeps me busy and I'm still able to do my business on the side. Well, really do both.
Yeah, maybe you could share a little bit about the Osage tribe and a little bit just about what's happening right now within
Well,
for people out there who don't know. So we're globalized.
okay.
Really
Well,
understand a little context here about the Osage tribe. What is this?
okay. Well, it's the Osage Nation.
Osage
Now,
Nation. I'm sorry, Osage Nation.
yes, yes. Um, well, in the United States, there's over 570 Native American tribes. Osage Nation is one of them. We used to have our land base, which was consisted of what is commonly Missouri, Kansas, part of our Arkansas, and about three-fourths of Oklahoma. That was our territory. And over treaties, removal, we are now just north of Tulsa, northwest of Tulsa, and we're on a 1.2 million acre allotment that we have. And so that's our reservation. And under our reservation is we own the subsurface of oil and gas. So we oversee, me and my other colleagues, 8 of us together, we oversee almost a $16 billion mineral state. That's how many barrels are still in the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm using my business skills to help. That's what I ran on, is that we've always let other people run our business instead of us doing it ourselves. And so
Uh,
they're getting a kick in the pants from an entrepreneur.
well, you are you're a force. I mean, look out. They're lucky and fortunate, and your family has a long history though. Your brother was a chief of the tribe when we were working together
Right,
to help Tulsa
right.
full potential.
Well, historically, once we were here, my great great grandfather was on the first tribal council. Then my great uncle was chief. My father was on tribal council. My brother was chief. I'm on council. I have two first cousins that have been on council. So it's a family of leadership, and service to our people and service to all people. Really, you can't serve one group without really serving the whole. And that's what I like about what you're doing, is that it would be almost selfish if I only helped women, or I only helped Native women, or I just helped people in my community. You have to help all. I mean, that's what we're called to do, actually.
Yeah, and it's truly an incredible attitude put in the universe, Margot. And there's a new movie being made with Leonardo DiCaprio by
Yes,
Martin Scorsese around the horrific realities of the Osage Nation in the 20s. Is that
yeah.
are you part
Let
of
me
that?
give you a quick. Yes, I am.
I
My
knew
great
it.
grandfather. I knew, you know,
Inside
that.
information. You got any news we could share?
Yeah, well, I do actually. We had the opportunity to. Well, let's just back up. 100 years ago, the Osages became oil rich. That's when oil was like, we had every major oil producing company like Standard Oil. Everyone was here, and unfortunately, we didn't fully understand English, and so there was a lot of bad deals. It was like the wild wild west here when the oil struck, and that caused a lot of bad laws, bad contracts. Um, the Osages were just seeing that, oh, here's these Indians, and we're not really going to pay attention to them, or Native Americans, and then they were getting murdered. And unfortunately, my great grandfather Henry Roan he was murdered, shot in the back of the head, and on trust land, which trust land is federal land, and so that's what triggered the FBI. So over a span of about maybe 7-8 years, there was probably 300 unsolved murders. The murder of my great grandfather was solved, and it ended up being a Supreme Court case. So I have all this history on both sides. On one side, we're in leadership. On the other side, it's the tragic part of that my grandmother was mysteriously murdered or killed in a car wreck, and so that's what triggered me getting in 18 years of law enforcement. And then on my other side of the family, they were all in business. So I'm a combination of both. But David Grann wrote this book, researched it really well. It's called Killers of the Flower Moon. And if you know right now, the moon that is out right now is called the flower moon. And so in fact, I even posted something on Facebook about that.
Chills.
Yeah. So it was, so here we are. And I got the opportunity to meet Martin Scorsese and all of his team. And so this is personal, this movie. And so we thought it was going to be, they were supposed to be filming right now, but the coronavirus is the equalizer for everyone across the world globally. And so it's made everybody rethink the film business, the way I do business. I mean, everything I do is on Zoom now. Everything I do is right here. I mean, there it is. That's what I do. So, so anyway, they were going to do like a 2-hour movie, 2.5-hour movie, and now they are changing it to be, I think it may be on Netflix or Apple TV. They're all bidding for it. So it's going to end up being a series, which I think it would do completely justice. I really was going to, couldn't figure out how they were going to try to get it into. So that's not etched in stone yet. So we'll have to see. It's going to be.
Are you cameo?
Do you know, I went and tried out and I got called back for a speaking. So I'm pretty sure, brown fingers crossed, that I will get at least to be an extra. Leonardo DiCaprio will play the lead. I know of some other people who have of actors who have tried. I don't know if they got picked or not. Yeah. And then Robert De Niro. I mean, this is going to be.
I know.
And then I found out that Robbie Robertson, who from the band, is doing the soundtrack. He's doing all the music for it. Oh, it's going to be great.
You know, we've got a world premiere of a song that I co-wrote. I'm writing music now, Margot.
I'm not surprised.
It started in January, so I have a new philosophy. It's true. It's like anything is possible, and I keep reinforcing that. I have a question for you. You know, with these changing times, how are you getting unstuck? You have something to share with us and with the audience, and how you go about getting stuck when you're stuck and can't move forward or something's blocking you?
Right. You know, I think all of us are feeling that anxiety, fear. Those emotions can almost like, should I get out of bed today? How do I get through? Or just going outside. Everyone is wondering, how do we do this? But we also know that whether you get unstuck in business or in your personal life, and sometimes, you know, those two go together hand in hand.
For sure.
Having gone through ending a business and starting a business and then going through a divorce was very, those are 3 major things in your life. And so I learned that lesson early on, is that I had to refocus my energy where I was going to put it. I could decide to put it into going down, or I could rise. And I decided to rise. That this wasn't going to get me down, and that I would relook at the way that you do business. And I decided to, instead of having a business that I had 17 employees, worried about overhead, and what I did was that, at some point, and it was interesting listening to that young lady, Nee, that, yeah, I mean, to get 1,000 hits in 1 month, wow,
yeah,
it's a good problem to have, because getting people, and that's the beauty of where we are now, is that you couldn't get that 20 years ago or 30 years ago in business. She did it, on the internet, and just refocusing
in 1 month.
Yeah, in 1 month. And so I mean, my on my phone I have probably 5,000 contacts. That took me years to create that, where I did that, and she doubled me in 1 month. But that's relationship building, and that's a lot of what is go back out and tell people what you're doing, and don't fear it. And I think fear is what stagnates so many different people. The other thing I would say is to get unstuck is that I had to declutter my life. I was, in a big home, had a business, and I thought, do I need a big home? Do I need a big office building? No, I just need a space, a laptop, or I've got other computers that are here, printers, and I just thought to just think more organically and grow your business fund on what you need, what you can get by with, or what how am I saying this? Letting technology do more of the work, instead of thinking that you had to have a big business building. And I mean, if you're in manufacturing, absolutely, you've got to have that. And I think that's what's really made people look at being an entrepreneur. And I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but I can tell you that there is a path. I mean, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you could Google it right now, or just look it up wherever you're at, and
tools are everywhere.
You can do it. Tools are everywhere, and use those tools. And the other thing is, I'm real big on is audiobooks, and I'm so glad you said music, because you can get yourself down by listening to negative music, or listening to something that's sad and lonely. And so I just put music on that is, the songs of my life. And then that just, it gets me, staying positive all the time. But I like that, you have to visualize. And I think, Sean, that's where you and I have always stayed connected, is that it's that visualization of where you want to go. That's you right. Have to just, even like when you pray and you visualize what you see is where you can go. And to put it on on the board. I mean, I'm not going to show you my bathroom, but I write on my bathroom mirror, and it will say, you have to do this today, or just give myself a positive note. And Sean, I don't know if you're going to believe this, but I have 8 grandkids now, and I have 5 great grandkids.
I don't think
it's the truth.
It's impossible.
Yes, it is. So I am somebody's great grandmother. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So when they come over, it's so funny. So when they come over, they see my mirror, and they repeat it back to me, and it gets me back, as and they even say it back, some words that they'll see up there, stand tall.
You're our lives so much right now. My mother, who will be on Sunday, happy Mother's Day, pre-Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you.
Insights with Sean's mom, and her big thing is affirmations, and that's what we're going to focus on. She's going to help give affirmations out, and her big thing is the same, posting it on the mirror in her bathroom, and just
Isn't that funny?
She's done all of her life, and it's something that has really stuck with me, and I look forward to her sharing, and it's great. I'm not surprised, but the impact and influence that you're having on those grandkids and your own children is something that's going to last forever.
Yes. That's the goal. I think when I met you, I was in my 40s. I'm in my 60s now, so I know we have been friends for a long time.
I'm in my 50s, so yeah, we. Well, hopefully we're wiser and
That's right.
using wisdom in more ways. Margot, I am so grateful for you being here. Let's have you back on, and maybe we'll get some more updates on this new movie as well. I,
Absolutely.
I forgot about that, and how exciting that you're part of
Yeah.
that. And congratulations on your new role with the Osage Nation. It is their great fortune to have you part of their team.
Well, I need you to go tell them that, because sometimes with the price of oil being down, it's not too popular. But you know what? You've got to look at it. You've got to look at it from a new lens all the
Right.
time.
Right.
When out of chaos comes up opportunity, always, and
And
that's always
there's
got.
the punchline. I love
Yeah.
it. That's great, Margot. Thank you very much. We'll talk again soon. So
Bye
great
bye.
seeing you. I love
Yeah.
you.
Bye.